Hey, trashlings! Welcome back to the Demon Trash Podcast. I'm your host, Carol, aka Papa Trash.
And I'm Avery, aka Baby Demon.
And we're back with a pretty good one, I think. We're just going to shoot the shit. Join us. Because we've got a lot to discuss in the trashdom. There's a lot in the collective of the trashdom that needs to be discussed, dictated. Take notes, okay? Grab a snack, take notes, because this is some serious stuff. But, yeah. Should I say anything like, check out our... Guys, we got new mic stands, so I'm going to probably be fiddling with it. Hopefully not too much. But, guys, you know all the things. Go check out everything that we're doing. Go check out our YouTube channel. If you like us, you'll definitely like our YouTube channel. And, yeah, but I'm kind of ready to just get into today's episode.
Yeah.
So... let's start off with what we always start off with, which is our Demon Trash moments.
My hands are free, and I just don't really know what to do.
I know, this feels new.
So I'm like, don't touch the mic. Don't.
Yeah, I know. It's very new for me. Thank you, patrons. We got new mic stands because of you. So if you want to help continue supporting us here, just listening to us, sharing with your friends, that's a lot of support. But if you want to give us your pennies so that we can, upgrade our stuff like we did just now, then, thank you. We love you. Demon Trash moments. That's important. So, Demon Trash moments. I couldn't really pinpoint a specific thing, but there has been this recurring thing that's happening to me, and my boyfriend brought it up to me, not in a concerning way. He's just like, I've noticed this about you. And I feel like it's been obvious, but now it's kind of reaching a point where I'm like, why? Why so much? And that is, there's something happening to me, and I don't know why. My toxicity levels for villainous or dark entities.
What? Entities?
Yeah, and I'll elaborate because I have something I need to show you that sent me through the roof, and it is what I saw this and I was like, yeah, I need to talk about this.
Okay.
And I'll shut up. I'll just tell you what it is. I'll just show you what it is. It's this. I think there's copyrighted music, so I might keep it low. But it doesn't really need the music.
What is that?
It looks like the Grim Reaper. And he takes her chin and lifts it to her. One more time.
That's what you mean.
Just one more time.
Okay.
The thirst for dark entities is frightening me.
Do I need to worry, if you're summoning something, in your bedroom?
No. That's not happening.
Okay.
At least yet. But this is why I'm having a personal intervention for myself.
Uh-huh.
Because the Christians are going to come for me on this, but I get what Lilith was doing. I understand it now. I understand. I get where Lilith was coming from. You know what I mean?
I forget what show. I watched a show a long time ago, and it was a Showtime show, and it had all the villain, it had Frankenstein, it had Dracula. I can't remember what it's called, but she, the main girl, character girl, she's kind of haunted by this demon.
Uh-huh.
And then in one episode, this demon ghost fucks her.
Oh.
And I think about it a lot still.
Do you?
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Yeah, it reminds me. I think I watched. It was an old version of Unsolved Mysteries,
mm-hmm.
and a woman got ghost fucked, but for her it was a terrifying experience.
Yeah, no, for in the show it was
it was sensual.
Yeah,
but I have seen someone get ghost fucked, talk about a ghost fucking experience that they had, and they were like, "This was amazing," and I think about that. I've thought about that a lot throughout my life.
I have to look up the name of that show because it was a really good show, but it got discontinued after a few seasons.
I can't imagine why.
Well, the problem was like this like entity that like fucked her was like the enemy in the show, and like I don't think she like she was kind of tricked into it. Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
I
I
think
don't.
she was kind of put under a spell with it. It was
That's
kinda
not
fucked
good.
up.
That's not good.
Yeah,
That's not good stuff.
but like it's a dark entity. Like
Yeah, I don't know. So, and like, it just keeps happening, like, where I'm like, dude, like, some villains, I'm just like, when they're toxic, it just, I can't. And it's just like, it's been obvious, I think, for a lot of people in my life, but now it's just to a point where it's like, now I'm only attracted to the villains, and that's never been me. That has never been me, and I don't know why that is. Maybe it's because, you know what, maybe I'm gonna get soppy for a second, but I think it's because my boyfriend is just so sweet and so good to me. And then there's like just this toxic part that's like, he's not a villain. In the
Okay.
fantasy brain, it's just like, force choke me.
I think like it's like, you know, you take one step into dark daddy, into
Yeah.
that morally gray, and next thing you know, you need evil to, you know.
You're right. I think that's what it is. But yeah, I saw that and I was just like, this is bad.
Yeah.
Like, some dude dressed as the Grim Reaper. It's like, what am I gonna do? Go to my boyfriend and be like, listen, this is what I need. Like, no, I can't do that. That's too much. We're going into unsafe territory mentally. Some serious unstable nature.
You think so? Like,
Well-
if it's just like role play?
Oh, with role play, yeah. But
Like maybe he should get a dagger and like you're like tied up.
I think what I'm focusing more on is like, you know, like the role play is fine, but the thing is he's just not a great actor. But he's not getting a SAG award from me. But the thing is I think what I'm more concerned about is how unwell I must be getting. Like
It's that
just-
Pestilence series you read, dude. I think that
it's
really
all the fucking spice books I've read that are so, they're not good, but they're not bad. But yeah, I
Do
don't
you
know.
like that they're evil or that they're evil and then could potentially love you?
I think it's the dark daddy nature of it, where it's just like, you're the only one. Like the fact that when he takes her chin, I was just like, something is happening inside of me, and I don't know why. And I don't know what it is about that.
Mm.
Now, the Four Horsemen series, I know we talked about it before, but I think at the time it was my focus because I read the whole series back to back. But now I'm just like,
No.
It was just, you know, so for funsies. But would I go back to it? No.
Mm.
Would I recommend it if you're feeling sad and lonely and need something? Yeah. Yeah, or if you just need something.
Mm-hmm.
If you like spice books, I would read it, but you know, the plot is that.
Yeah.
But
Hmm.
yeah,
Well, I hope you get help. Maybe you should talk to your therapist about it.
I don't want to. See, that's
Maybe
the thing.
you should though.
Question, guys. Is anyone actually out there talking to their therapist about this kind of stuff? Because I don't know if I could.
Well, maybe that's the thing you probably should talk about.
What, do you think it's that bad?
I don't know. That's for you.
I don't
to
think it's
judge.
taking over. I don't think it's taking over my life.
Yeah.
It's just something I've noticed about myself.
Mm-hmm.
You look concerned. You
I'm
look
not
concerned.
that concerned.
All right. Well,
As long as you don't start going walking down like dark, grungy streets or something. Looking.
No.
For, like,
I don't think it's going to
problems.
impact like on the material plane.
Yeah.
It's not going to affect me, but in, you know, in my mind palace plane,
Mm-hmm.
it's not doing. It's dark and grungy up there.
It's festering.
It's festering. Yeah. Into something unwell, unhealthy, but I like it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I don't really want it to go anywhere anytime soon. But it's just funny because I have never been that girl. I think what started it was Kylo Ren,
Mm-hmm.
and it just spiraled out of control. I can't really think of any other time before that where I was like, the villain is hot.
Really? Yeah.
Think about it.
Well, he was.
Hot
Yeah.
as fuck? Yeah.
I think.
I really can't think of a time before that where I was like, villains.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever really. Kylo Ren, and then I feel like he went to the Darkling and Shadow and Bone, you know.
And it just progressed. And then I started reading these
I don't feel
books.
like they made villains hot before. Do you know what I mean? Did they?
Hades was kind of hot. He did it for me a little bit.
Hades?
Hades just a bit.
I'm just talking about in like media.
Yeah,
like,
no.
movies.
They've always made villains ugly because they're
Yeah.
like ugly on the inside, but like now they're ugly on the inside but hot on the outside, and it's confusing me.
Maybe that's the test.
And I am not passing.
You know,
I'm not passing.
You're flopping in that one.
Yeah. But I mean, rumor has it that so are you, and so is everyone else on the fucking planet. So let's move on to you.
So my demon trash moment this week is
This is everybody's demon trash moment.
Yeah, but okay. So my parents were in town visiting, and we watched the new Game of Thrones. This was 2 weeks ago.
The House of the Dragon.
Sorry, yeah. We were watching the new House of the Dragon show, and it was the wedding scene with like Daemon and Rhaenyra, and they came on screen, and I was watching it with my mom.
Mm-hmm.
And when they came on screen, my mom was like, "Oh, that's terrible. It's so gross."
For people who don't watch the show, spoilers if you haven't watched it, but whatever. So click off now. But for those who don't know, Rhaenyra and Daemon, the two characters, Daemon is Rhaenyra's uncle.
Yeah. So they're
They're Targaryens.
they're Targaryens. She's his niece, and my mom was like, "Oh, that's so horrible." Like regarding their relationship, and I just had to sit
Incest, yucky.
Yeah, and I had to sit there and just be like, "Yeah, terrible. I hate this. Is disgusting. I could never support this ever.
Not me.
It's so horrible. Not me. Can't catch me slipping. Not for." So yeah, that was my demon trash moments. I had to just straight up lie to my mom.
It's pretty funny.
You know, because it's like, how are you supposed to like tell your mom? You're not gonna be like, "Well, actually, it's pretty normal for Targaryens to have sex with each other."
Well, let's be real.
Relatives don't mean anything in Westeros.
Here's the thing. I will never forget the episode where they go into the city and they first introduce the Rhaenyra Daemon, relationship that they have, the sexual side of it. And I remember I was watching it with my boyfriend, and we both just got so uncomfy next to each other. And he looks at me and he goes, "You like it?" And I look at him, I'm like, "You like it?" And he's like, "Mm-mm." We were both just obviously lying. And he's just like, "Yucky." And then in this past episode, in the newer episode, again, spoilers, but when they finally consummate their love for each other, the whole time me and Raven were just like, in the real world, in Westeros, yeah. I don't know, the Daemyra train has taken over, and
we're gonna get into it later.
Yes, we're gonna get into it, but yeah, I really want to get into it.
We're gonna talk about it in depth, but it's just like,
can I just say this? I'm relieved. I am relieved.
You're relieved?
Yeah, and I'll explain why.
Okay.
After the break.
Hey trashlings! We just wanted to remind you to follow us on all of our social medias. We don't want you, our little trashlings, to miss out on any of our content.
Sweet little babies.
So make sure you guys follow us on Instagram at Demon Trashcast, TikTok at Demon Trashcast, and make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube. We have 2 YouTube channels. The one you're on right now is the Demon Trash Podcast.
Audio listeners, check in if you want to watch us visually.
Yes, if you want to watch us on YouTube. And then we also have our movie and TV react channel, Demon Trash. And you can find everything at demontrash.com.
It's all there, baby. And don't forget to rate and review us on whatever podcasting platform you use. It really helps shows like ours out. So yeah, rate it 5 stars, babe. Don't wait. Do it. Got Demon Trash friends? Tell them about us. So yeah, and if you like what we do here and you want to give us your pennies, help us keep the lights on, you can support us over at anchor.fm/demon trash for as little as 99 cents a month. We see some of you guys on there. Thank you so much. It's so helpful. So yeah, you can subscribe there if you want to support the podcast. But we also have now a Patreon because of our YouTube channel, Demon Trash, where we react to TV shows and movies. So if you like that, you want to keep watching with us, you can do so over at Patreon at patreon.com/demontrashcast.
Also, if you have any Demon Trash moments, topic ideas, or weird, funny videos / TikToks you like us to react to, send them over to our email at demontrashpodcast@gmail.com. We want to hear from you guys.
Yeah.
We love it.
Talk to us. We love you. Maybe you'll be on our next show. Maybe your stuff will make it on the show. And you're like a cute little trashling. All right. That's it. That's all we have to say. Thank you guys for all the support. Back to the show. So I'm relieved.
Yeah.
Do you know why I'm relieved?
Why?
I'm relieved because for a moment there, and I don't know why, I should have known better, but I was worried that I was the only person on the planet who was seeing this relationship unfold between uncle and niece on a television show and going, so hot. It's so hot. And I am relieved to find that there's an overwhelming majority that is just going, we're with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody's Daemyra. And if you're not, you're lying. You're lying. I know you're lying. I have seen a lot of Daemyra hate because people are like, that's disgusting. How could you support that? It's like, bro, first off, it's not real. Secondly, it's fantasy. Third, that shit was happening in our world for a long time. I mean, I'm not in support of it in the real world, but in a fantasy world, you know, it's also part of the Targaryen culture. And also it's just like, if you weren't, I have seen people who are like, if you started watching House of the Dragon, you're disgusted by incest, then don't watch a show about Targaryens because marrying their brothers and sisters was like completely normal, like in their shit. I'm not trying to justify it. It's unwell. It's nasty that I'm just sitting here being like, oh my God. But I am. And so is everybody else.
Yeah, everyone, it's like everyone else is. So it's like, oh, because it's okay now because everyone else thinks it's okay.
Yeah.
And like, I know, like, if there was like a heaven and hell, like if there was a litmus test of whether or not you're going to heaven or hell, if you're a Daemyra shipper, you're going straight to hell.
Yeah, straight to hell.
Straight to hell. And it's just so, but it's like they do it so well. And I think that's the problem. They know how to like make it look good. Do you know what I mean?
So,
and make the tension and like everything so, it's so well done.
yes.
That it's just like, how can you not support this?
Right. I have seen articles. I have seen TikToks, tweets, so much stuff about this. I'm going to tell you right now that this show knew what they were doing, exactly what you were saying, because a lot of people believe that Daemyra was written from the female gaze. Everything you have seen between Rhaenyra and Daemon, all their moments together are, if you don't know what the female gaze is, it's that. It is 100% that. Like the wedding scene when he takes her face and she's like, take me to Dragonstone. That is the female gaze, folks. Okay?
Well, I think they just knew, like, if we're gonna like write this and like Rhaenyra like is the main character, we have to do it well. We have to make sure we sell it, like, because like I mean, in the show they like showed the friggin' that elk thing, like essentially giving her the nod that she should be the ruler. So it's just like, all right, she's the main character, so we gotta sell this romance between her and like Daemon. And if he was not attractive or like not doing the right kinds of things, like people wouldn't support it. You know what I mean?
100%.
So it's like they knew they had to sell it, and it's just so well written that it's like, how can you not support it? Even though it's just like, oh, I'm fucking going all in on a fucking Rhaenyra and uncle and niece ship, and it's just like, I can't say, like, I will watch it in the show, but I don't think I could ever go to a point where I'm like, gonna start looking up Daemon and Rhaenyra fan fiction. I think that
It's
might.
too late for me.
Oh, really? I don't think I could do it because it's just like
It's too late for me.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Straight to hell for this one.
Straight to-
I even read a little bit of the Harwin Strong one though.
Yeah.
So I don't know. For me, the fact that they're uncle and niece is like, for me, it's just, I don't know why I'm putting it on the back burner in this fantasy world. Now, if this was like, I don't know. I feel like if it was set in our world, I'd be like, this is awful.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm like, in Westeros, it's fine. But I think it's because, like, I don't know. It's just interesting how they're handling this relationship. I could go into it forever because, like, we saw it with, like, Cersei and Jaime. They were literally brother and sister, had so many kids together. But I think the reason
And we all hated it.
And we all hated it, but I'm going to tell you why I think we hated it. I'm going to tell you why I think we hated it, but it's going to get real nerdy. I think we hated it because we had a Westerosi gaze, which was very much, they worship the Church of the Seven. So it's very much like we're approaching things from almost like a Christian moral perspective, whereas from this perspective we're approaching it from a Targaryen perspective, that are outsiders coming in to Westeros. Yeah, there is the Church of the religion of the Seven or whatever it's fucking called, but they're Targaryens. You know, they even have their wedding, it's like in the tradition of their house when they have their wedding at the end of the last episode. It's very Valyrian, which is other, you know what I mean? So I think because we're seeing it from that perspective and they're like showing it from that perspective, we're not seeing it with the same lens.
Yeah.
That's how I think about it, because all the other characters were like, incest bad.
Yeah.
All the Targaryens are like, incest fine. You know what I mean? Like, they're proposing marriage to fucking brother and sister here. You know what I mean? Like, this is a part of the story. This is how they do it. I'm not saying... If they were siblings, I don't think I could do it. I really don't. I don't know why uncle and niece is fine. Guys, I'm not for incest, okay? But Daemon and Rhaenyra, for some reason, it's just... And I'm not alone, and I will not be judged on this. I just won't. And you like it too, so I'm not going to be sitting here.
I'm not judging you.
Okay.
I'm judging myself, dude. I'm just
I know I'm unwell. Okay?
Everyone who ships Daemyra, and like, we all just got to admit we're not right.
We're sick and
Something's
twisted.
wrong with us, because like, here's...
Women are sick and twisted, okay? All the people, everybody, we're not doing well.
Because here's...
But it's fine. Embrace it. Welcome to Demon Trash. This is a collective Demon Trash moment, and I'm celebrating that.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So, rest my case, dude.
I just think, you know, it's like here we have Rings of Power and House of the Dragon going on at the same time, and it's funny like which one is more popular. It's like the one about morality, good versus evil, is like
Very
not
high fantasy as well.
high fantasy. People don't like it, but the one about political intrigue, backstabbing, incest, people are like, yeah, give me more.
It's like,
you
there's
know,
dragons in that one.
and you know, I can't judge because I be fucking like dancing on my way to fucking watch House of the Dragons every week. Like, let me see some Rhaenyra shit.
8 p.m. Sundays on the day of the Lord. I am sitting there on my knees in prayer, waiting for another Daemyra moment.
Counting down, you know?
Down.
And I think it just says a lot about society.
It does say, hey, we live in a society. And the thing is I just,
I think it's funny.
I saw some Daemyra TikTok, and in the comments, it was just like, we are unwell. It's fine.
You know,
it's nothing that I feel like I need to discuss with my therapist about. I'm embracing this. It doesn't impact my life. You don't see me out here wanting to fuck one of my uncles. That would be weird.
I hope not.
Okay, that's when you need therapy.
You know, I think that.
But in
see,
a
like, that's the
fantasy
thing.
land?
We're keeping it all in fantasy, right, you guys?
Yes.
This is not okay outside of this.
No.
Not
Fantasy
okay.
is fine.
I don't need anyone justifying
Mm-mm.
some shitty behavior because of some TV show.
No. Let's be really clear about that.
Because we all actually know how the Targaryens turned out. Not very good.
Not good. This
So
all doesn't end well for them. We know
didn't end well for a lot of kingdoms and kings in our world.
Especially if you're familiar with the books and the stories. We know this doesn't end well. Okay, there's gonna be multiple seasons of this, but it's not gonna end well. But for now, I mean it up. I mean it up. It's good. It's good storytelling. But yeah, no, I just think it's funny. And it just goes to show. Now, I don't want to say that incest is the female gaze. I'm just saying that the way that they are showing this relationship and showing these like intimate moments between them, that is an example of the female gaze. Do not interpret female gaze with incest or any unhealthy behavior. There's lots of examples of the female gaze, but I do love to see it in a big time show because we need more female gaze. The female gaze is just we got to have more of it.
Yeah.
I'd be interested to see how men feel about it. I've seen a lot of men say this is disgusting, but
It's probably a good thing. It's probably a good thing.
It's probably a good thing, but I feel like they're lying to us. Because they're trying to feel like righteous or whatever. But like, for example, my boyfriend, he's just like, I know he's fine with it, but he was fine with it because I think he was like into Millie Alcock, the younger Rhaenyra. But yeah, it's also funny that I've never found Matt Smith attractive until he put on a fucking white wig.
Yeah, I don't think he's that hot, but I think as Daemon, he's hot.
He's hot.
It's like
Daemon's charisma.
It's his like it's his attitude.
It's his attitude.
It's like he's like kind of like
he's a little bit of a bad boy.
He's a bad guy,
but he cares about.
Rhaenyra and only her. See, and this is a toxic.
It's sick.
Toxic cycle.
It's a toxic one, but one I'm gonna ride out for as long as
we're gonna see where it goes.
For as long as I please. All right.
Just know if you're a Rhaenyra shipper, you're not alone.
Daemyra shipper?
Daemyra, sorry.
I'm shipping. I love Rhaenyra.
See, in my brain, like, you know, like when I was watching like the most recent one when they finally did have sex, it was just like I still couldn't turn off like they're related.
Yeah,
for me, I couldn't like I wasn't like fully into it. Like I like the moments where they like have those like in the previous episodes where they have like those stolen moments, and obviously the scene in the brothel was just like way too much. It was too odd. It was too spicy, you know, but like the consummating thing when they're like we really love each other, like for me I was just like I don't know how I feel.
Yeah, I agree. I did feel that a little bit, but what I think at the end, whenever she was like, when he was like, she was like, I'm choosing you. Help me. And he was like, I'm loyal to you. I've loved you. I love you. When he started like doing all that stuff, and then like, I don't know, it's just his loyalty to her. See, that's the female gaze. It's the loyalty, the like absolute adoration, the devotion. Yeah, every woman loves that. But when they show that from a character that shouldn't be doing that, that's where I'm like, see, that's when the female gaze is like also can be on a toxic situation. But yeah,
I just think this is a side note. We're done with Daemyra, but we just know Rhaenyra. I love Rhaenyra because she's such a fucking ally. Fuck Alicent, dude. When the stunt they pulled in the last episode where they fucking faked her husband's death.
Laenor, yeah.
Oh, such an ally.
For a second, I was like, I honestly could not believe. I was like, there's no way Rhaenyra would have killed Laenor. She cared about him. She loved him.
I was so surprised because I was like, oh man, I really liked her. I feel like
there was no romance, but she cared about him a lot. She thought he was a good person. They just weren't meant to be together. Yeah. And yeah, such an ally. And the fact that Daemon helped. Because I thought, oh, Daemon is like going to have him killed.
Yeah, I thought they were gonna kill him, and I was like, oh man. But then when they like really was just a plot to sneak him out and let him live his life, I was like, hell yeah.
And go be.
I mean, someone did lose their life in the process, so like that's where it gets morally gray. But it wasn't him.
Yeah.
It was a poor innocent person with nothing to do in the matter. But that's Game of Thrones, you know. But I thought she would do
Wasn't
the
a body
usual
from a sick
thing.
house or something?
No, it was someone like in a, I don't know. They just grabbed somebody.
Well,
because like he was like, remember when Damon like it was like a room with candles, and like Damon was like, "Can I talk to you?" And then like fucking choked him out. So I don't know who that poor person was, but they made a valiant sacrifice.
Poor unfortunate soul. Yeah, Rhaenyra is an ally, and I love it.
Yeah, and I thought she was just gonna kill him.
Well, they were making it that way, and then when they show him rowing off into the sunset with his lover, and like, because I was shocked if Rhaenyra did that. But you know, she was.
I just hope it doesn't. I hope it like they don't ever get found or anything.
I don't think it will.
You know, but yeah. So
they're going off to a far off land that Westeros doesn't really give a shit about. So
that's my thought. They're going into Pentos, aren't they? Is what he said. I could be wrong.
Yeah,
but that's my thoughts on Game of Thrones.
All right,
or House of the Dragon. Sorry,
same thing. All right, moving on. So, Demon Trash is based in Austin, Texas, and currently, as of, is it still going or is it over? Harry Styles was in town.
I don't know.
I can't remember. He basically was here, and he's been going around on tour, and he had residency here for like a week. I think it was, and it was the talk of the town. Everybody was talking about it, and I mean, bitches were camping out, which caused a lot of discourse because in our state, if you don't know, our governor banned camping for the homeless, or the houseless. So, so people were like, how come these fans can camp on the street but not houseless? Whatever. So anyway, he was the talk of the town. I mean, Harry Styles is the moment. And then, of course, the movie Don't Worry, Darling came out. And we actually went and saw it.
We had to go see this movie after all the drama
about it. And so there will potentially be spoilers. But I just need to talk about this because I really expected, I think the hype was so, I mean, everybody was talking about it. It was the talk of the internet. I mean, the Don't Worry, Darling, Miss Flo, Harry Styles, Shia LaBeouf, Olivia Wilde, Drums was the moment. And then, so we were like, we got to go see this. Harry Styles in town. We got to go see Don't Worry, Darling. And we go and see this movie. And I was just like, for why?
It was what? So... Oh, it made me so mad because it was so mediocre. Like, it wasn't horrible, but it wasn't great. It was decidedly mediocre.
I would give the movie a 6 out of 10. I'm not even kidding.
I would just give it a 5.
I would give it a 6 out of 10 because I don't think it was... I'm not going to sit here and be like, that movie sucked. But it was not as good of a movie as I was expecting. The hype for it. I mean... The thing was I went to go see the re-release of Avatar the night Don't Worry, Darling came out. And our movies let out at the same time. And everybody walking out of that. Now, granted, I went to the Alamo Draft House. So they had Harry Styles, like, cutouts. You know, and there was all the Harry Styles girlies. But even guys, and they were all walking out of it being like, that movie was incredible. What an adrenaline rush. And I'm hearing this audience reaction. I come home, I tell Avery, and I'm like, we got to go see this. People are ranting and raving. And then I saw a little bit of, hubbub online. But then we go and see it, and I'm like, this was this is nothing to call home about. This is nothing to call home about. Also, I figured out the premise like in the first, I would say 15, 20 minutes. I was like, okay, this isn't, spoiler, this is a simulation. This is not real. Yeah. It was so obvious. And to anyone being like, I had no idea what was going on the whole time. Yes, you did. Like, it was so obvious. It was not, there was so much about it that I feel like fell flat. And I just was
Mhm.
not impressed by this movie. And so, which made me think, I'm like, I 100% believe that the drama was a publicity stunt to get people in the fucking theater.
I think parts of it were. I think parts of
Parts
this
of it, yeah.
was.
I think what sparked it was her saying that she fired Shia LaBeouf, and then Shia LaBeouf coming back with receipts and being like, no, you didn't.
Yeah.
I think that was not faked, but then they ran with it.
Mm-hmm.
With the Harry spitting on Chris Pine, all that shit, all the drums there. I think that was all a stunt.
Yeah. I think she and Florence Pugh might actually not get along too.
Yeah, I mean, there were rumors on set that there's been a lot of people coming out on TikTok who said that they worked on that movie in some capacity and said that it was 100% like one of the worst sets that they've ever been on.
I heard that there was kind of like a lack of professionalism from like Olivia Wilde's part, and like because she was in a relationship with Harry Styles, that they would like kind of just
also
go back to their trailer and like hang out.
Yeah, the timeline of all this stuff,
so
it's just like not good. And also like, I don't know. I think
that's what made me bad, because I was like, so all this shit was a fucking publicity stunt, dude. I was like, all this drama, all this stuff seems like it was like fake. Like, you know, like some like a good portion of it, not all of it, but like some of it seemed fake just to go see this movie. And like I feel like I realized something. This is what they say about like, you know how like everyone's like, oh, they got a 4-minute standing ovation. They clap for everyone in these movies. Yeah. So whether or not they clap at these film festivals does not mean whether or not it's a good movie, you know?
They're just clapping for the people. Here's what I will say about
it's like the people who made it in their audience, are they going to be like, that was a piece of shit and not clap for them?
Here's what I will say. And I said this to other people who also like are in film and big film people. But I said, this movie better not be nominated for an Oscar. It does not deserve an Oscar. What I could see being nominated for an Oscar is Florence Pugh, because that girl right there can act her fucking face off.
Yeah, I mean, Florence Pugh's performance was amazing, and I think that's the other thing about this movie is it's getting so much support and attention is because Harry Styles is in it, and like, you know, don't come for me, Harry Styles like fans. Like, I think Harry Styles is a great performer. I think he's an excellent artist, but I don't think he's the best actor.
When you're gonna put Harry Styles next to Florence fucking Pugh, his performance for me fell so flat because she's so incredible. She stole the show.
Yeah. I mean, she's also like the main character, but like I feel like the movie would have been a lot better though if her like counterpart was a lot stronger. And I don't think he did a terrible job, but I don't think he did an amazing job. And like I think that was like kind of like my problem with it too, because I mean like this is like what his like first or second like big acting role to get like essentially like the co-star in like this big movie, you know?
Yeah. he had a cameo in the Marvel movie The Immortals or whatever it's called. And then I've seen him in this, and just I think it's just difficult with someone like Harry Styles to he's just not an actor. He's just not an actor. You know, and
not yet.
I mean, he could definitely get there, but it just goes to show the privilege of that he's able to like land these kinds of roles, when I just don't think his acting's up to par at the level at which this should have been acted.
And it's like also it's like Annie's in a relationship with Olivia Wilde.
He's in a relationship with the director. It's just
so
messy.
It's just like
it's messy. And it's also the timeline. It's like it goes to show that it's potentially, allegedly, he got this role purely because he was in a relationship with Olivia Wilde.
And it's just
and she had no one else to fall back on.
And then you have like Florence Pugh acting her tussie off, you know, in every film she does. Yeah. So he was definitely like dim in comparison. I'm just like, Harry Styles is cool and all, but like, dude, I feel like he's like, for me, he's getting like so like overrated. Like his like the press at that during that tour, like during the Don't Worry Darling thing. Like, what I love about this movie is that it feels like a movie. feels like
proper movie. Like, see it in the theater. And it was funny when the credits hit the screen, you heard so many people saying that.
yeah. So, and then here he is on his tour. I'm just like, I saw
And
like
I think he's great. I think he's a great. I listen. I'm not a Harry Styles hater whatsoever.
I'm not a Harry Styles hater. I just think
I just don't think that. I just think "Don't Worry, Darling" is super overrated.
yeah.
Like, I really, in a lot of ways, I wish I went and saw something else, to be honest. Like, also, just there's a lot of problems with not just the acting, but like the story.
The message of the story.
The messaging of the story is very like not cool. I get it. Like, it's supposed to be a very feminist story, but like it just felt to me in a lot of ways it was written by super privileged people that don't actually understand the everyday life of a woman.
Yeah, because it's like also it's like I think one of the things like rumored that Florence Pugh was upset about is that her performance was degraded into like these like scenes of like Harry Styles going down on her, right? Which was like the most uneventful like sex scenes ever, and like people were like freaking out about it.
I want to just say this one thing real quick. The rumor is that this movie was so fucking spicy.
It's not
so fucking spicy. It's not. I was like, if anything, I'm more pissed about that. I was lied to. But go ahead.
But like it's like okay, so it was like this big thing about like female pleasure, right? But then it turns out in the end that most of these women who are in the simulation are there against their will. So technically they're being assaulted.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So it's like that's not empowering at all. This is horrible actually. You know?
Yeah, it's basically just a story about a fucking cult of incels that want to live in a simulation.
Yeah, who think women like should just stay home all day and like make sure their cocktail's ready at, you know, when they get home at 5 p.m.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all I have to say about Don't Worry. Don't Worry, Darling.
But yeah, that's all I'll say. Don't come for us, Harry Styles girlies. Do not. We love him. We do. I love.
Just
really step out of your simulation of Harry Styles and really examine.
Just really
assess. Really think that Don't Worry, Darling was like fucking life changing? No.
Yeah,
I've seen better, dude.
It's just like Harry Styles in general. Like fucking, I saw a tweet that was so funny. It was just like, wow, Harry Styles' PR team's just really relying on like him like wearing female clothes. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it's just like really just relies on him just like wearing dresses.
A makeup brand I saw. He just released like makeup.
I don't know if it's him. I think he also had like a nail polish line, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I just saw it.
That was like $50 nail polish. That was like really average.
No, I just saw that he released a makeup brand and like the promo for it was very like almost like Bowie-esque, but which, you know, I don't mind that stuff, but yeah, you're right. Like I do think that yeah, I don't know. I think he's a great artist.
I think he's an amazing artist though. Like he has great songs.
I've seen clips while he's been here in Austin of his concert. It seemed like a great time.
I wonder if anyone saw him like out in the wild because I haven't seen any of that.
Olivia Wilde. Anyway, moving on. So we talked a little bit about Tumblr recently and how it's having a renaissance, and it is now confirmed that that is the case. Tumblr is very much having a renaissance. The Tumblr era is back, and Gen Z is taking it. And we are running with it, and it is frightening millennials like myself. But in a lot of ways, I'm interested. Now, in the past, when we talked about Tumblr, we talked about how I don't know if Tumblr could come back because they banned mature content. And I know for you, you were like, that's not really a thing. But the fact of the matter is the numbers don't lie. When Tumblr banned mature content, Tumblr fell. Like the fall from grace was immense. And the company that took over Tumblr, I believe, is the same company that owns WordPress.
Okay.
And so I kept seeing that Tumblr was bringing back mature content. They were going to get rid of their ban. of mature content and bring it all back. You know? But that's not entirely the case, and I want to clear it up for all the demon trash who thought so. So, but the thing is that I could see Tumblr having a better rise. So here's the thing. This is from The Verge. Tumblr probably won't drop its porn ban, but it might be about to loosen it. So basically, they're not going to allow for porn bots to come back on the site. But they're going to have the same policy like on WordPress, where like if you come in and you're writing smut or posting like smutty fan art or something like that, then you mark it as like 18 and up explicit. And unless you are that age on the site, then it'll show for you. If you're not, it'll be like blurred or it won't show for you. So that is very exciting news. I'm curious to see how it will work, if it will, because I don't know. It would be interesting. I think, do you remember the Tumblr convention, the con with the single ball pit?
No.
Do you not remember this? What was that fucking thing called? Oh my God. But Tumblr, I don't know. It's just interesting to see Tumblr return in full swing. It feels like a lot of that aesthetic is coming back. Or at least Gen Z is taking that aesthetic. I've just seen a lot about it on TikTok. I even saw Brittany Broski talk about it.
Yeah.
And
I just wonder how Tumblr can kind of compete in like the space of social media. I think there's probably room for it though, because kind of Instagram's gotten so shitty.
It's
you know what I mean?
Bad now.
So like I feel like
I don't even go on Instagram. I go on Pinterest now.
Yeah, I feel like there's definitely like room for Tumblr to kind of like break in there, because like Instagram's gotten so shitty and like TikTok is mainly a video platform. So I feel like for Tumblr, like it needs to fill that like what once was kind of Instagram vibes of like posting pictures and like interesting like things. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, here's the thing about Tumblr is it was just sort of this like online space where every aesthetic could thrive. And also because it has such like, not only can you just post pictures and whatever, but you can also post like
so much. You can post like
text posts, like journal
poetry,
entries,
like
fanfics.
So much stuff. Like it was like an amalgam of like stuff that you could like come across and repost on your blog. I'm just like, oh, can't wait to find something else to doom scroll on.
And it's funny to see a lot of like, at least like online personalities that I used to follow are now like returning to their Tumblrs.
Yeah.
And so that's interesting for me. So I don't know. I'm curious about it, but it's funny though to me that they were like, boys, if we want this site to be great again, we've got to let people be mature. We've got to have 18 and plus content on this site, or no one else is going to want to be here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I could definitely see like spicy fan art and like
100%. And you know, this thing is the thing is that you know, there is that there, but the thing is with their current policy in place, it's very likely that stuff can get shut down, you know, that post can get deleted. So, you know, I think it's I'm here for it. Freedom.
Yeah. I don't need to see all the porn
gifs.
stuff. Yeah. I scrolled past those.
When I was 18 and 19 and horny, I mean, obviously I loved it. But I get why you wouldn't want that on your website. But when it comes to spicy fan art, put it on the website.
Put it on the
there's
website.
A space for that, and it's Tumblr.
Yeah.
I can't think of any other place where, I mean, I've seen it on Pinterest. I think that's why Pinterest kind of took over, because they don't have, I think Tumblr is now trying to compete with Pinterest. I think that's what they're doing, and it's gonna take lifting that policy, because at least on Pinterest you can see that stuff sometimes. Like I'll be scrolling and be like, oh, that's Feyre and Rhysand going down on each other, you know, like while also looking at a Chanel perfume aesthetic picture right next to it. It's a beautiful place.
You know?
Yeah. So, yeah, I just wanted to clarify that for everybody, because that is the rumor that...
Should we start a demon trash Tumblr?
Oh my God. Ask me anything. Anonymous questions.
We cancel ourselves on our own
Cancel
Tumblr.
ourselves, yeah. That would be so funny to have a demon trash Tumblr. I think I might have made one just in case, but we never like used it.
Pull it up, dude. We'll start reblogging.
yeah. Guys, should we make a Tumblr? Let us know. So we had a trashling on our main YouTube channel ask us, that also watches the podcast. So hello, hi, trashling. Ask us to do a segment for "Am I the Asshole?" on Reddit. And if you're not familiar, it's a subreddit where people basically ask if they ask the collective if they are the asshole on a specific situation. So we picked out 3 that looked fun for us. I have not read these. I just picked them based solely on the
question,
the title. Yeah. So let's see what happens. All right. This one had me, I'm giggling already. Am I the asshole for telling my boyfriend that he's a shit cook? Mm-hmm. All right. Backstory, my boyfriend and I have a complicated relationship. I mean, that's how I see it. Anyway, we've been dating for about all right, starting off strong. Anyway, we've been dating for about a year now, and I do all the house chores plus cooking. I would like him to help me, but if I rely on him, we will live in a dumpster, LOL. Back to the cooking. Sounds really healthy. When I met him, we were ordering food or eating outside, but after a month or so, I learned that he was struggling financially, so we couldn't order food or eat in a restaurant. So I took on the mom role. I'd love for him to cook with me, and he does cook every now and then, but every time he does, the food is tasteless and undercooked. He doesn't put enough salt or seasoning. And just like the house chores, he can't mop or do fuck all to save a life. Jesus. I know this sounds mean, but hey, so I'm forced to cook. The other day I was making an omelet, and as usual, he started yelling / raising his voice, saying that it wasn't cooked. I was trying to flip the omelet on a plate, LOL, and he assumed that I was about to serve him with one side uncooked. Instead of asking whether I was going to serve him like that, he started this toddler-like behavior. The omelet is not cooked. You can't even cook an omelet. I lost it because I've been cooking for this man for the past 7 months, and of course I know how to make an omelet. His excuse for yelling was, that's not how people cook omelets. You flip them in the pan. So I told him straight up he shouldn't be telling me how to cook because he's a shit cook. Your food is always undercooked and no salt or seasoning, and you're not considerate of what other people want. Just because you want your mashed potatoes crunchy, ew, what? Then everyone has to eat them like that. It's selfish. He got really upset and started saying how everyone has praised him in the past of how good of a cook he is, that he's been cooking for himself since he was 18 and blah, 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 blah. He went on venting for a whole hour till I apologized. I feel like maybe I shouldn't have said that.
It sounds like you guys should break up.
Yeah.
Whether or not that girl is the asshole,
I don't know, but I don't know if this person, I don't know their gender.
Whether or not this person is an asshole, I feel like.
Okay, so this person is responding to comments, it looks like. And they said that this person is older than them. So, yeah, here's the thing. Yeah, I agree. I believe that you guys definitely do not have a healthy dynamic. I think that this relationship is very toxic. I think like in every relationship, someone is going to have strengths and weaknesses. Like my boyfriend, he's not a great cook, but he has tried over the years to become better and to be helpful in the kitchen, and he, does his best. But he's the cleaner. I think it's just like,
yeah,
you have to have like strengths and weaknesses, but just because you're weak at something doesn't mean you just don't fucking do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or try to be helpful.
I think the situation here is like, seems like there's an imbalance of like work, and that you they just need to like kind of address it. Do you know what I mean? And be
Yeah.
like, all right, I don't mind cooking, but you need to fucking clean. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
So in terms of was your comment mean, or would that saying that he's a shit cook? Yeah, I mean, it was not nice, but do I think that this
not
was
the
just
best way to communicate.
do I think this is a result of some really like a lot of pent up issues? Yeah. And do I think that your partner's response, your boyfriend's response was not healthy at all, and it I don't know, would you say this person's I don't know if they're like an asshole. I think they just like snapped
Mm-hmm.
at the result of a really awful boyfriend. I'm sorry, like
Yeah, your boyfriend doesn't sound like pretty good. So
Pretty great.
I would just, I don't know.
I don't think that you're an asshole. I don't think you're an asshole, but I do think that you would be an asshole if you stayed in this relationship because
Yeah.
it doesn't sound like you're happy.
Yeah.
And it doesn't sound like the healthiest dynamic.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. And that's from
My question is, what are crunchy mashed potatoes?
I would say that that's probably mashed potatoes that are not cooked fully.
That's disgusting.
That's awful. First off, that's a crime. That's punishable by
Also,
death.
you're not supposed to eat like undercooked potatoes.
Really?
Yeah, they're not
bad for
good
you.
for you.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting, because didn't they like? I've seen people eat potatoes like apples.
No, you're not
Not
supposed to do
do
that.
Why? Is it like toxic or something?
Yeah, I think because they're like nightshades. I don't know.
But this was posted by any_consideration 696. So, yeah. Anyway, interesting. Yeah. Also, in the relationship, if you're in a relationship, you should never just be like, I guess I'm just going to take on a parent role. That's
Yeah.
That's not good. That's not good.
It's not good. See, if you have people pleasing tendencies, you gotta
See,
get
like,
rid of those.
yeah, like so that's why I don't think you're an asshole, because this person just sounds like they're underperforming in every aspect.
Yeah.
But is that the best way to communicate? No. All right. This one I can identify with.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. Would I be the asshole if I asked my husband to spend less time in the bathroom? From Turnip 563. I feel stupid for asking this, but just wondering if I, 34 female, am reasonable if I ask my husband, 38 male, to stop spending so long in the bathroom in the mornings. We have a 1-year-old, and my morning is always so busy between breakfast and getting baby and myself ready for daycare and work. Meanwhile, my husband spends 30 to 45 minutes on the toilet doing his business, but I can also hear him watching YouTube videos on his phone, so I don't know if he actually needs to go or just using this time as a break to watch videos. He'll spend another 15 minutes after showering, etc. Would I be the asshole if I asked him to spend less time in the bathroom? I feel like it might be an unreasonable request because you can't control how long you need to go, but it's just that I would like a bit of extra help so I'm not rushing around so much and sometimes end up late for work. We already wake at 6 a.m. for the day, so I wouldn't want to wake any earlier. Immediately, not the asshole.
You're not the asshole.
I think... Now, this is a generalization, so people don't come for me, but my experience as a female, a cis female with cis men, is that they love the bathroom. They love the bathroom. Men love the bathroom. They like to hang out in there. If they could, I think they would make it their place of work.
Their man caves.
Their man caves. Is a man cave for me is a room with a toilet.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it's incredible how I think every person in a relationship with a cis male identifies with this.
I don't understand why it's so long.
I don't either. I really don't.
Also, I don't understand, why, because it's we all do it. We all, take our phones into the fucking bathroom and sit on the toilet for a little bit sometimes. But, it's, the worst position, ever.
Yeah, I mean,
Because you're like just hunched over looking at your phone.
shitting.
It's kind of disgusting.
Shitting. It is the most human thing I could have ever horrible thing I could ever think of. And it's not cute. It's really not cute. I also think that, you shit on company time, but you don't shit on family time. You know what I'm saying? Your wife needs you.
Yeah.
Your wife you've got a 1-year-old and your wife scrambling in the morning while you take a shit and watch YouTube videos for 30 to 45 minutes. Absolutely not.
Yeah, no one takes a shit for 30 to 45 minutes continuously, because if they did, they'd be in the hospital.
Well, yeah.
You know,
real.
so he's definitely not just
Also,
shitting. If
you're,
also, it's better too
let's
for
get
your
graphic here for a second. Let's say there's 2 turds in the hole, right? Locked and loaded. We've got 2 turds. There are 2. Okay? One comes out in the first 5 minutes, but you feel that second one, but it doesn't come out for another 25. Go see a doctor. Go see a doctor. Because I don't think that's normal. I think when you gotta go, you're in there for maybe 5-10 minutes, and you're out.
Yeah.
Okay? You shouldn't be sitting on a toilet for 30 to 45 minutes.
Yeah.
That is fucking ridiculous.
If you are, and if you're waiting for shit to happen,
let's be real.
go take a walk, move around, wake up your body.
Yeah, let's be real here. You're going in there and you're getting distracted. You've taken your shit. Now you're just sitting on that dirty toilet water.
Ass out,
unwiped likely.
Ew.
With watching YouTube. I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
And because I know.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and a woman's intuition is very strong. Also, I have personal experience with this. You are not the asshole. Ask your husband to take less time
and help in the morning.
To help in the morning. He doesn't need to be sitting on the toilet watching YouTube videos for 30 to 45 minutes. If so, he needs to go see a doctor. Also, part of me, I have wondered this, and this is not included, but I find that a lot of men love sitting on the toilet, and I think part of me is like, is it because their prostate's quite sensitive? They love that. Is there like a thing about that? Like, does it feel good? Is it comfortable?
Do you think they like just prolong their shit? Mm-hmm. So it like takes
a really
a little
bit
long
of pressure.
time.
I don't know. I think it might be
they slowly shit.
They just so shit and come at the same
let
time.
us know.
Yeah, I'd love to know. Okay, this one I'm fucking. Am I the asshole for putting banana bread in my friend's backpack?
Banana bread? At work, dude?
Yeah. This one's from J Provo 58. We are college students in the dining hall, all close friends, joking around, so on and so forth. My one roommate ate my other roommate's chip non-consensually. Wait, I'm starting over.
Just a single chip?
We are college students in the dining hall, all close friends, joking around, so on and so forth. My one roommate ate my other roommate's chip non-consensually. I'm going to assume like potato chips. We messed around saying we were going to get revenge on him, and we did silly things like put salt in his water and stealing his food or whatever. All was fun until I decided it would be funny to put a piece of banana bread in the side pocket of his backpack. He discovered this and stormed off all mad, and I feel like a jerk. My other friends also for some reason agree this was too far. No, we were never actually upset about him stealing the chip, just pretending to be. Hope this clarifies. Am I the asshole? TLDR, put a piece of banana bread in my friend's backpack. Now he's mad. In the side pocket? Now, when you say side pocket, I'm thinking of like, did you zip it up or was it visible?
Like, is it like...
Was there anything in there?
Was it wrapped? Was it like
also,
an unwrapped piece of banana bread?
How moist was this banana bread? Was it so moist that it falls apart and melts in your mouth? Or did it have substance and structure? Was it flaky in nature?
Well, does he say?
No.
Because here's my thing. If the banana bread was wrapped, then that guy is being way too overreactive. If it wasn't wrapped, that could be kind of a dick move, because if it's, banana bread's crumbly, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like if it just crumbles in your backpack, that's kind of annoying. And I
Yeah.
understand that frustration.
If you put a straight up like crumbly, moist piece of banana bread into someone's school backpack, I'm gonna have to say you're the asshole on that one.
Yeah.
If you wrapped it in a paper towel,
Yeah.
I'd be like, that's a delicious treat for later.
Yeah.
Ha ha ha,
If it was
got
a
you,
snack
but
for
also
later.
enjoy that, my friend.
Mhm.
Like, you know what I mean? In a lot of ways, there is a part of me that also is saying, you're not the asshole and that this person just overreacted, because I would feel so lucky to find banana bread.
What did they say whether or not it was wrapped
Let's see.
later on in the post? I just want to know if it was wrapped because I would have a straight up answer.
Let's see.
Because I just feel like, sometimes people can get sensitive.
Okay, so, as someone said, is he allergic to bananas? If so, you're the asshole. If not, then you all create a lot of drama where there isn't any.
Yeah.
He responded, no, he's not allergic to bananas. He did, however, grab the banana bread for himself. Hope this clarifies. So he's gonna get, he says, the banana bread was not wrapped. However, I was careful to leave it whole to minimize crumbs, and the bag did not get messy. Remember, I just put it in the side pocket. So I think he's thinking of like the side pocket where you put like your water bottle.
Yeah.
So I think here's the thing. This was a harmless prank. He's saying it didn't leave a mess. Someone said banana bread can easily leave grease stains. I think what this is, I think that they kept fucking with this person.
Yeah.
And it went too far.
It went too far.
And I think that this is harmless.
It's
so
harmless.
I'm gonna say I don't think that the fact that you put banana bread in the bag is an asshole move. I'm gonna say that because you continuously, this is all right,
because you didn't read the signs. It was getting too much.
He ate a tortilla chip, so you put salt in his water. You were fucking with him. A lot of little pranks can build up, guys, to unnecessary drama. Mm-hmm. And for you, it's fun. It's all little things. But those little things build up to like, stop fucking with me. Mm-hmm. I get it. I ate the chip. I got it. Now you're putting banana bread in my bag? Leave me alone. You know what I mean? But I will eat this banana bread.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I'm definitely going to eat the banana bread if it's still good.
So I'm going to say you're the asshole because you took it too far.
Yeah.
That's it. You're not an asshole for putting banana bread in someone's backpack. You know the answer. You just refuse to see it. Mm-hmm. And that's how I feel. Now, I have to say, if I was in the other person's position, I don't know if I would have reacted like so strongly. Mm-hmm. But adolescence is a funny time. And these are his roommates. He probably wants to feel appreciated. He doesn't want to feel ganged up on. Mm-hmm. For me, it would have been a nice, tasty little treat. Mm-hmm. And I would have been grateful. And would have seen it as a peace offering. So grow up. Yeah. Those are the, should I find more?
No, I think
that's good. All right. So that's, Am I the Asshole? Guys, you let us know if you would like us to continue this. If you guys want to send us your own Am I the Assholes or just continue looking at the subreddit, we can do that. Just definitely let us know. And thank you so much to the trashling who suggested this sweet little segment. Mm-hmm. Anyway, that's all we've got for you today. Unless you have anything else.
Nope.
I'm pissed that this one got taken down because
it was ADHD one.
Yeah, it was the one was would I be the asshole for calling out my friend who is faking ADHD? I don't even need context because the answer's no.
No.
The answer's no. Unless this is something we've talked about this is becoming so popular with like self-diagnosing because of TikTok, because if you're on TikTok and you either have ADHD or autism. And fun fact though, if you guys are new, I actually found out I had like a legit ADHD from TikTok. It helped me get an official diagnosis. But it still tells me I have autism. So,
which the jury is still out
on.
I'm just kidding.
No, I'm not going to talk about it because my doctor doesn't think so. Autism and ADHD have a lot of similar symptoms.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with having autism.
No, there's not. A lot of, No, there's not. My doctor doesn't think I have autism. I just want to be really clear about that. but it's possible. And the jury's still out. I will know more in January. Okay. So,
That's it.
no, but one last thing I said, this self-diagnosing shit, guys, listening, if you think you have ADHD, go to a doctor. Don't function in life and tell all your friends, like, I'm sorry, I have ADHD. No, you don't. You don't have ADHD until a doctor says you have ADHD. Okay?
Diagnosed.
You do not function or act in a way that is part of this diagnosis. If you're like, this is really plaguing me, go to somebody. Don't sit there and be like, I have ADHD when you don't know if you have ADHD. All right, that's just my little rant because it's just really annoying. I hate seeing the shit and it's so annoying. So no, you're not the asshole. And call out anyone in your life who's like, I have ADHD. And it's like, do you really have ADHD? Do you take medication for ADHD? Then no, you're not. Or people who say they're autistic and they're not. Like, I'm seeing this a lot. And it's just like, Gen Z, guys, not all of you have autism. If so, there's something in the water we need to like, we got to figure this out. Because I'm not saying there's anything wrong with having autism. Absolutely not. Some of my closest friends are on the spectrum. I'm just saying you can't just like say that you have it.
Yeah.
Because you hyperfixate on things sometimes. Like, chill out. All right. That's it. That's the episode. We love you guys.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Send us Daemyra fanfic.
Or I'm gonna put banana bread in your backpack.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a peace offering.
I make really good banana bread.